inside Fenway Park on Yawkey Way. It is another brisk night here in Boston. A look at the scoreboard, and from outside and up above Fenway Park, Game 2 of the American League Championship Series right now, with Boston up 1-0. That lineup will try and figure out Curt Schilling, who, Tim, is a much different pitcher than we have seen him in years past in the postseason.
He doesn't throw as hard as he did on the disabled list for 6.
Sizemore's going to start it with a hit into left center field, and Grady will think to test Crisp and make it with a double. So Grady Sizemore gets his first ALCS hit. Euclid not as aggressive this time. And now Cabrera tries to bunt, pops it up, 1 out. That's well hit into left field. How far will it carry? Ramirez 1 step from the wall. Hauls in out number 2.
After his home run last night,
field, Ramirez is back. He will watch it go off the green monster, and the Indians take the lead. Victor Martinez bangs one off the wall, and Cleveland out in front 1-0 here in the first. Around the top of that manually operated scoreboard out there for the lead. This one a 1-hopper to Lowell. Indians strike first tonight, as they did last night. A 2-out RBI by Victor Martinez. In such a cool way.
Nice guy.
Nice guy. Got a chance to meet him before the game. He has a new album, One Man Band, coming out. And Pedroia strikes out to start the night for the Red Sox. Good start for the 23-year-old Carmona.
Carmona wants to get him out so David Ortiz doesn't come up with him on first.
Instead, he loses him with a 1-out walk. A 4-pitch walk. And in 4+ games for the Red Sox, they've walked 26 times. Left side, out at second, double play. Tied for the major league lead, as Tim said, in inducing the double play. He gets a big one here in the first inning of Game 2, and after 1, Indians down a game.
His reinvention as a finesse pitcher could lead him back to this team.
Peralta lines one into right on a hop to J.D. Drew, and the leadoff man is on again for the Indians. There's going to be no shortage of teams looking for pitching, and the list isn't that great. Fly ball into center. Coming to get it is Coco Crisp. 1 out. As Ken said, including 6 shutout innings in the World Series against the Cardinals. That's hit to Lugo. Out at second. Turned it. 6-4-3. From Lugo to Pedroia on to Euclid. Schilling appreciates it. 1-0 Cleveland.
Of the Boston Globe today, right now.
3-1 pitch is chopped to third. Good pick by Casey Blake. I think we've said enough about Casey Blake, and we will after I tell you that the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. A ground out started the inning. Here's a ground out from Drew. If Peralta can make the play, and he can. Sometimes Johnny Peralta can be a little deliberate with his throws. Their attack lines to Cabrera. Hard hit as Drubel made the play to his right. Blake will start it, then Grady Sizemore will bat for the Indians in the third. Top half, 1-0 Cleveland. Red Sox have hit .296. Blake could not hold up, and the first strikeout of the night for Curt Schilling. First Cleveland teammates to win 19 or more games. Since 3 of the best ever on a team. The fly ball down the left field line, number 2. score and win 119 or more games. His teammates back.
He's not going with him. I can't think of anybody else.
Fly ball into center off the bat of Asdrubal Cabrera. And the inning comes to a close. Bottom of the third inning here in Boston. Red Sox back, trailing 1-0. 3-2 pitch. To the right side. Cabrera can't get down on it. Base hit. Crisp has his second hit of this ALCS. Here is Paul Bird and his thoughts on the double play that Carmona got off the bat of Manny Ramirez back in the first. There goes Crisp. Throw down by Martinez. Not close. Tying one at second. Nobody out.
You know, I think that was a hit and run.
One away and a strikeout for Carmona, his second of the night. And it comes at a good time for the Indians. 3-0 pitch. Close, ball four. Third walk. Two out, another strikeout. Second of the inning for Carmona. And in that same spot. 2-2 pitch. Carmona knocks it down. That will go as an infield hit to load the bases. One-run scores. Here comes Ortiz. Two-run score, and it's 3-1. Shattered bat. And Cabrera ends the inning. But the Red Sox put those 3 hits and 2 walks together, come up with 3 in the third. And after 3 here in game 2. Hafner off balance, pops it up into the left. Manny Ramirez hauls it in. And the first question to John Farrell, the Red Sox pitching coach, was about John Farrell, the pitching coach. And this staff swears by the work he's done. Victor Martinez is 2 for 2, a 2-out RBI double in the first inning, and now he's on with 1 out here in the fourth. Team ERA under Farrell in his first year. Garco up the middle. That's a base hit. Martinez will hold at second, 2 on 1 out as Ryan Garco gets his second hit of this series. Here come the Indians with 2 on and 1 out. The batter will be Peralta.
It's a remarkable note.
The 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air to center field off the bat of Peralta. Back at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Actually, it is a home run. It's a 3-run shot. The umpires did not make a signal. Initially, Peralta was stopping at second, but that ball was well out over the wall in center field. Second base umpire Paul Emmel eventually, by the time Peralta got to second, put the index finger up, twirled it around, and with that, the Indians are back on top.
And there has been a lot of talk.
Doesn't count that way, but the Indians don't care. That was one big swing. Now Lofton grounds one to the right side. Good play by the rookie Pedroia. 2 out. It's a different story this year, and we're going to see members of that bullpen here tonight. You can bet. Strikeout for Schilling is his second of the night. It ends the top of the fourth. But during the top of the fourth, Johnny Peralta puts Cleveland back on top.
In that last sinker to Jason Varitek.
Varitek leading off, strikes out for the 4th strikeout tonight for Carmona. And here's our chat with Carl Willis, the pitching coach of the Indians. As Carmona induces produces the line drive off the bat of Crisp, 2 out.
Joe, the interesting thing about both of those interviews with John Farrell and Carl
on failures, which is a great trait for any closer. A 2-out walk. 5th walk handed out by Carmona. Paul Bird is wearing a microphone for us, and here were his thoughts on this inning for Carmona. Wow, it's been a long year. 2-2. Pedroia strikes out. That's number 5 on the night for Fausto Carmona. After 4 at Fenway. 4-3. Indians back after this from your local Fox station. Blake trying to get on in front of Grady Sizemore. That is a rocket caught by Lowell at third. 1 out. Members of the core of this team signed through 2010. Sizemore is another one, and he rips one into right. This ball's gone. Home run, Grady Sizemore. 2-run lead, Cleveland. Up 5-3 here in the 5th inning. A line drive homer by Grady Sizemore.
Eric Wedge telling us last night.
Major league wins in the career of Curt Schilling with 3,100 strikeouts. He strikes out Cabrera here, 2 out. Tomorrow, Fox NFL Sunday returns. Base hit, left field. Right through the typical shortstop position with a mini shift on for Hafner. To the right side, it's a base hit. 3 for 3 is Victor Martinez. And now we'll see if the pitching change comes with Garco coming up.
Most certainly.
Is trying to end the damage here in the 5th. 2 on with 2 out. Garco with a 1-2 count. Defensive swing and a chop to Lowell, who will tag the bag and end the inning. So Del Carmen does his job. But so did Grady Sizemore. His 2nd hit of the night, including a home run. 5-3. Douglas has struck out and walked tonight. Line drives a base hit to the left. And we'll see if that's the case. Those 2 starters each knocked out in the 5th. And now into the Cleveland Indians bullpen, a very good one, and Rafael Perez, who is Ortiz grounds to the right side. Out at second. Safe at first. David Ortiz hustling, just beat the relay throw.
In the major leagues, no other hitter is more unaffected with 2 strikes than Ramirez.
In the air to right center field, well hit. Sizemore back. Tie game. Through 2 rounds where he hit just about every ball into that same spot. He just homered, and now Drew with a ringing single to center. And Perez is fooling nobody. To deal with, Mickey Mantle hit all 18 of his in 65 games in the World Series. The 2-1. Runner goes, and Casey Blake still goes to second for one. That is beautifully turned.
Man.
As Drupal Cabrera is still learning the second base position. 3-1 pitch to Peralta leading off. That skips in for ball 4. Lofton with a line drive base hit into right. Peralta will turn and go to third base. Throw there by Drew, too late. First and third, nobody out for the Indians, who come right back.
Great base running.
Not going as Gutierrez chops to short. Coming to the plate, the tying run, and out at first is Gutierrez. It's 6-6 here in the 6th, and the go-ahead run Lofton at second, a productive out and an RBI for Franklin Gutierrez. Was a major addition to this Boston Red Sox team over this last offseason. Great ERA, struggled a little down the stretch. They gave him some time off to recuperate. 2 for 5 in this series. Stepping out. Present the rookie Cabrera with 2 on and 2 out. Down the stretch for the Indians. Hits a line drive. What a pick by Lugo. Safe at second, and the bases are loaded. Line drive caught. Pedroia backed out into the outfield. Perfect defensive positioning, and the line drive ends the inning. The Indians have tied it 6-6 after 5.5. Down the right field line, that's well hit. Into the corner, Gutierrez is there for out number 1. Went a long way to get it. Down in that corner, 1 away. Last 8 postseason games here at Fenway, beginning with Game 4 of the 04 ALCS. Their come-from-behind effort against the New York Yankees, down 3-0. Lugo strikes out, 2 out in the 6th. A lot of the Red Sox are saying, who's this Dustin Pedroia guy? Put Cora out there. They stayed with Pedroia, and it paid off. Little flare into right. Gutierrez is there. This game is trying to settle down. We go into the 7th inning. 3-2 pitch. Martinez strikes out. Okajima comes back from a 3-1 count to strike out Victor Martinez. Garco off the end of the bat. Euclid. Even the series before we head to Cleveland. Betancourt for Cleveland. 0-1 to Euclid. Popped up on the infield right side for the second baseman Cabrera. Against Daisuke Matsuzaka. 7 Eastern on Monday. 2 out. That defensive positioning worked for the Red Sox against Hafner. It works for the Indians. Reached base in 10 straight plate appearances. That was snapped. And Ortiz made an out in the 5th inning. Just blown by his bat. 95 miles per hour from Betancourt. Game 2 will head into the 8th inning. Tied at 6. There's no small feat the way he's swinging the bat and seeing pitches. And now Timlin here in the 8th inning. It's a 2-2 count. And now Lofton lines one into center field. Crisp. One away. Gutierrez reaching for it. Good play, Timlin. 2 out. With the bases empty, Casey Blake coming up. Let's check in with Ken Rosenthal. Blake hits it hard to third off his left hip. Lowell makes the play. Bottom of the 8th. Lowell, who made that play, first up. Drew and Veritek will follow. Strikes out looking. Went away from the fastball, and Betancourt drops in strike 3. Show at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Here's Drew. A little fly ball into shallow center. Grady Sizemore is there, and J.D. Drew 1 for 4 on the night with Veritek coming up. To the second baseman as Drupal Cabrera makes the play. Betancourt has done his job, and the top of the order is coming up for the Cleveland Indians. Sizemore, Cabrera, Hafner, and a look that could kill when he looks in to get his sign and he stares down a big league hitter. And in some ways, there hasn't been anybody more dominant the last 2 seasons closing games than Jonathan Papelbon. Sizemore is jammed, pops it toward Lowell. 1 out in the ninth. On the infield, Pedroia. 2 out. Base hit up the middle. Travis Hafner keeps the top of the 9th inning alive. Second hit of the night for Hafner, and it gives Victor Martinez a chance. There he goes. Didn't wait around too long, and he's into second with a stolen base. On a cold night, right off the bench, Josh Barfield took off first pitch. Back in 04 with the Red Sox down 3 games to nothing. Garco to third. Lowell, a nice pick. One away as Betancourt blows it by the bat of Coco Crisp. 3rd strikeout. Lugo pops it up. Peralta to shortstop. 2 away. That means that Dustin Pedroia will bat with 2 out, nobody on. Ripped into left for a 2-out hit. There he goes. No throw. Winning run at second, 2 out.
Boy, how odd was that? No play on Ellsbury.
Euclid into left center field, slicing to Sizemore. And 4 hours, 21 minutes after we started Game 2, we're going to extra innings. Euclid could not have hit it any harder. Betancourt, a terrific job tonight for the Indians.
Equal him.
1 away in the 10th inning. He brings success and a great resume with him wherever he goes. 1-0 pitch. Well hit into the air to center field, but over to his left is Crisp. 2 out. Big weekend, sports weekend for Boston. Down the right field line, it is in play and caught by Euclid. With Alex Cora tripping him at the end of the play. His 3rd year in the Cleveland organization. Traded to Cleveland from Toronto. Hard hit. That's the shortstop. Ball comes up on Peralta. He recovers to get the out. What a good play. A terrible hop. It almost hit him in the throat. Shallow right. Gutierrez has to come in for out number 2. And if Masney can get Mike Lowell. Lowell into right. Gutierrez is there, and we will see that with the 8 days off, if it's Papelbon going back out for another inning, his third, or if it's Gagne. It's going to be Gagne. Papelbon out of the game. Eric Gagne is in. We go to the 11th in Boston. Who the Red Sox picked up from the Texas Rangers at the trading deadline for 3 players. The Red Sox had enough to get him. And he shows good sip there as he blows it by the bat of Casey Blake. 1 out. The scheduled game 4 starter as Sizemore rips a base hit through the right side. Go ahead run is on with 1 out here in the 11th inning. 1 on, 1 out. Ball 4. 2 on, 1 out. Eric Gagne in 1/3 of an inning got a strikeout, issued a walk, allowed a hit. Javier Lopez was busy this season for the Red Sox. 61 games. Nixon trying to dump one into center field. He has done that. Around third, coming to the plate is the go-ahead run. Safe, Grady Sizemore. And on a hit by Trot Nixon, the Cleveland Indians take a 7-6 11th inning lead. Gagne in. And this one is behind Martinez. In to score easily is Cabrera to make it a 2-run lead. 8-6 Cleveland here in the 11th inning. It'll be 2 on with 1 out. And again, Ryan Garko coming to the plate. He just had the biggest swing so far this season for the Cleveland Indians in this park, and that one's up the middle off the bat of Garko. Digging around third is Michaels. He scores without a play, and it's a 3-run, 9-6 11th inning lead. And for the Indians, they have 9 of those 15. Here's John Lester. A great story. Made 11 starts. Line drive is fair down the left field line. They'll get all the way down into the corner. Scoring easily is Martinez. Holding at third is Garko. It's an RBI double for Johnny Peralta. His big night continues. And it's 10-6 here in the 11th. Second and third. 1 out. 2-0 to Lofton, and Kenny's guys one into center field. There's Crisp. Catch is made, and Garko does not come to the plate. 2 out. Win this battle of the bullpens as Borowski continues to get loose. For the bottom of the frame is Gutierrez. Hits one into left field, way out of here. A 3-run shot, and this game is blown wide open. Franklin Gutierrez picks right now to get his first hit of the ALCS, and it's a towering 3-run home run. Strikeout ends the top of the 11th. 10 batters in the inning for Cleveland at 1:15 a.m. Guy that sits in the corner of it, Eric Wedge, as he gets to hand the ball to Joe Borowski as closer. No save situation, but
in the 9th inning, Ellsbury pinch ran, stole second. That has been it.
That's up the middle, a leadoff base hit. But the one guy you're forgetting is Rafael Perez. who came on in relief in the 5th inning and uncharacteristically against Daisuke Matsuzaka for the Red Sox. 1 on 1 out as Veritek strikes out. After 80 pitches in 6 innings was because he tightened up. Crisp with a base hit into right. Two on, 1 out. Lugo coming up. A base hit makes it certainly more interesting as the lineup for the Red Sox gets turned over. Ground ball to short. Out at second. Out at first, and the Indians in 11 innings take game 2. 13-6, and this series is tied at a game apiece.
What a game, and what a job by the manager of the Cleveland Indians, Eric Wedge.
So the final is 13-6 in 11.